97underground.com, Baltimore's pure rock.
Hello, this is Michael Spedden, and thanks for joining us today on the 97underground.com Michael Spedden Interviews channel here on YouTube. There have been many requests from both listeners and guests for us to make available our artist interviews so they can listen again or share with others. You can find us on YouTube at 97underground Michael Spedden. Remember, the Back of the Rack, the Michael Spedden Show, can be heard on 97underground.com every Tuesday from 4 to 6 p.m. Eastern. Not only do I feature artist interviews, I feature songs you forgot you liked, classics that never die, beloved local, regional, up-and-coming, and underground artists. You can listen anytime, anywhere by downloading our free app from 97underground.com. Just do it. And now, today's episode. Skinsakos came by today of Race the Rat to talk about their Feel the Thunder album. And welcome back to the Back of the Rack, the Michael Spedden Show on 97underground.com. And today we have a very special guest. Mr. Skinsakos is here today from Race the Rat. Apparently he's in about 40 other bands. But today we're here to talk about Race the Rat. So Skins, welcome to the show.
Oh, thanks for having me. Appreciate it. It's awesome.
Well, I was listening to the Feel the Thunder album that's out. It's 11 songs, and I have to say it's a very well done album. There's a number of songs on there I really like. Just a very enjoyable album, very well done. So tell me a little bit about the making of this. And
so on the recording, it was basically the whole album was written by myself and Jeff Schirmer, the lead singer. Gosh, we had started writing some of those songs on there. And had the whole record written within probably 6 to 9 months. We had Kathy Witkowski playing bass on that, and Jim Wiley, Kathy used to be in a band called Scarlet O that was touring the Mid-Atlantic back in the day, and Jim was in a band called Honor Among Thieves back then.
Sure. I remember Honor Among Thieves. Yeah, they used to play at the Rage quite a bit.
Yep. So he kind of came out of retirement, joined Race the Rat. We did that record at my studio that I had at the time in Frederick, did all the recording there. Hopefully it came out good.
I would say it did. A lot of great songs on here. And, you had been working, you had some airplay on 97 with it previously. I've been spinning a few of the songs on my show as well on the Back of the Rack on Tuesdays here. I do get feedback, and some people are like, hey, great job. I like the Race the Rat tune. You got a thing here, hey.
Appreciate it. We call it like just straight up gritty rock and roll.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of times, people, the first thing they ask you is, "Oh, what's your band like?" They want you to convey some type of comparison to something they're familiar with. So the thing that I always say is, well, if Aerosmith and AC/DC had a baby,
yeah,
it'd be Race the Rat.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Yeah. A lot of the song, you do have that. I see exactly what you mean, because I can hear elements of both of them. And, it's even sticking out more that you'd mentioned that when I'm thinking about a lot of your songs on here. Yeah, it really is. That's a great comparison right there.
Yeah. It took me a while to come up with that one.
Yeah. Right. I'd say it's accurate. I'd say it's definitely very accurate. So, Race the Rat has a history. Going back to the early 90s in various incarnations, right?
Yep. So I wasn't really familiar with the band back then. I think
Mm-hmm.
back was either in maybe City Fix or Mommy I'm Scared. I was in one of those bands, but I didn't really cross paths with Race the Rat back then. But they were around playing the same club circuit, that we were playing. And it wasn't until I'd kind of gotten out of the music scene for a while. And when I was trying to come back in, I was looking for a band, and I'd seen Jeff posted something about Race the Rat was looking for a band, for a guitar player. And I remember the band name. So I contacted him and just said, what are you guys looking for? What are you up to? And at the time they had been playing covers, and I'd expressed to Jeff that I had always pretty much played in original bands and wanted to do something with original music, and he expressed at the time that he wanted to as well. So when I joined Race the Rat, we started playing, we had a couple of sets of covers that we were doing, and then eventually we snuck a couple originals in there. The original idea of going all original didn't kind of sit real well with some of the other players who thought we were better off probably pursuing it as a cover band and maybe sliding an original in here or there. You know, I've never been one to do that. When I was in City Fix, we came out swinging with all originals, and we didn't actually add any covers until we were a headlining band and had to fill an hour and 15-minute set. And
Yeah.
even, you know, we did different types of covers, not stuff that everybody else was doing. So when we made that transition, we ended up retooling the entire band. And then in that process of finding players, it actually gave Jeff and I time to write all these songs. So we just kind of went on a writing spree. And, you know, it's kind of weird because I didn't even know if Jeff could write originals.
Yeah.
So I would send him pieces of music and go, well, what do you think about this? And then he'd send me back something. I'm like, holy crap, that's a great chorus. Like, this is working out pretty well. And then we just went on a writing spree. We've got like 4 or 5 new songs that are done and complete that we're getting ready to record very soon. But we've also probably got 40 other pieces of music that we have either a verse or a chorus written that we're constantly working on, getting ready to. I mean, we could probably do a double album if we really want.
Yeah. Wow. Well, great. Well, let's give a song a spin here. What do you say? I really like this one. Can we do Hollow Man?
Yeah.
Yes.
That's
Yes.
a fun song.
Yes. This is Race the Rat, Hollow Man.
Messing around, look into my eyes. Don't expect too much, don't even try. I've seen it all before, don't seem to mind.
Hollow Man, that is really an interesting recording, I think. I really like there's the guitar at the beginning. It sounds like some kind of a slide or something you're using on it. And just the background vocals are really cool in it too. I mean, it's a really, I just absolutely love this track.
Yeah, I think that very beginning part at the beginning there, that ringing thing, I might have, I think I overdubbed a couple pieces there, and one of them might have been an EBO. So I don't know if you're familiar with an EBO, but it's a little device that's got this magnetic field that you hold over your string that just makes the string vibrate and sustain.
Oh,
Think I mixed that in with some just harmonics that I was hitting in there for that beginning. So I can see where you might think it's like a slide because it does sort of sound like a slide because it is that sustaining ringing, thing called an EBO. Yeah, I came up with that riff. It was in a drop tuning and just found it really interesting. Sent it to Jeff and said, can you come up with anything for this? Because I didn't think you could sing over that, Damned if you didn't come up with something.
mhm. Yeah, I think it turned out great. I really enjoyed the song. I've listened to it quite a bit. Like I said, I really thought you were doing interesting things in the song, which is why I like it so much.
Yeah, I appreciate that.
So, so a lot of your material, it sounds like you're self-producing and recording everything pretty much yourselves.
Yeah, I mean the way we write at the time, we were very spread apart. This was even before COVID, so we were just sort of in two different locations, Jeff and I. What we ended up doing was finding a way to write that I would send him song ideas, little snippets of ideas, and then he would lay something down vocally to give me like a melody, and then I would take it back and pop it in Pro Tools and chop it up and come up with a rough idea, maybe come break and throw a lead in there and then send it back to him and he would sing something in the chorus and then we would use that as the blueprint for the recording and basically then we would just record all the live instruments, the drums and add the bass on there. Kind of did it a little, we weren't old school, we were everybody in the same room, but we would do it where basically we had tracked rough tracks. The drummer would then go in and retrack live drums on top of that. Then we would lay down either some rhythm guitars or a bass and then build the track up from that.
I mean, it's very interesting. I mean, the things that you're doing and everything. But we're definitely in a new age nowadays. There's no more reel to reel tapes and razor blades and all that stuff. It's the ability to do these things remotely, even though you may or may not have been doing it, that the ability is out there to do it. People can record together all over the world nowadays. You would never know by listening to it, and that's really great, So let's do another one. You and I were talking before the interview started, and another one that you were talking about is "Why Do You Love Me?" You want to tell us about that one?
Yeah, that was one that barely made it on the record. Literally the night before we were about to tear the drums down from the session, we were going to scrap that song. And then Jeff and I worked into the night to try to come up with something else. There was one part in there that we just thought might have sounded a little bit too much like another song. So we definitely didn't want to do that. So, I cut some stuff, sent it to Jeff. He, again, at the last minute, I don't know how he does it, came up with something completely different that worked amazingly. And then we messaged the drummer and said, no, your session's still on, so show up.
Well, let's go ahead and give it a spin. This is "Why Do You Love Me?" Race the Rat.
And a dollar in my hand life on by the waste, faced hard with certain circumstance, and blinded by the truth. I cast aside the obvious before I come unglued. Now I'm moving on, darkness through the bone. Why do you love me? Words not meant to say, still you find a way. Why do you love me?
And that's a great song, Why Do You Love Me? You know, again, a very well done album here. Just listening through all the songs here, you really not a bad song on this whole thing. Feel the Thunder. That's the title track of the album. What can you tell us about that?
That was one of the earlier ones that Jeff and I wrote, and we made that the title track for the record because we just felt that sort of personified the sound that we were trying to get at the time. It was a punch you in your face rock and roll song that we just thought had a good rhythm, catchy lyrics, catchy chorus in there, and so we decided to make that the title track. And
it is a good song.
Yeah, hopefully it lives up to the title.
It is a great song, So let's go ahead and give that a spin. This is Feel the Thunder, Race the Rat. again, another great Race the Rats song here, Feel the Thunder. Skins, you're up to a lot of different things now. Not just Race the Rat, but, a number of other bands and a whole bunch of projects that you are, working on here now. So why don't we go ahead and let you tell us where we can find out about Race the Rat and Skins and everything else. So go ahead and tell us.
First, I want to say that Race the Rat has added Matt Mayhem on bass and Jeff Mortimer on drums. Both fantastic dudes, unbelievable players, and they will both be on the next Race the Rat recording that we're getting ready to produce. In addition to that, I also play guitar in a band called American Jet Set. We're getting ready to go in the studio in April and record another record. It will be my third with them, my second full length. We've done 2 EPs. I've done 1 full length. This will be my second full length with American Jet Set. We've got a show coming up at Moore's Burgers with Trickster, May, I think. I'm losing track of some of my dates. And
that sounds right for some reason.
Yeah. Then we'll be back out west in July and August, or June and August. And then I've got a band called The Crow's Eye, which is a doom stoner kind of band, heavy. And we'll be with the Odd Even at Henny Max. It's the last date of the Odd Evens tour that they'll be out on. The Mathematics, we're celebrating Bobby Hammer's 50th birthday party.
Hey.
That's going to be a big one. That's at Fishhead Cantina on March 8th. That is be a debacle.
Oh, yeah. With all these bands you've been telling me about, you've been in, you're almost like Forrest Gump. And then the other thing too, you just mentioned the Odd Even end of tour show.
Yep.
That's, I'll be there that night with 97 Underground, and you play with the Mathematics with Mike Diamond, who used to be one of us here on 97 Underground years ago. Mike's great, isn't he?
Yep. I mean, and everybody in that band's great. Bobby.
Yeah.
I mean, Jeff is, he's got a pedigree that goes way back as well.
Uh-huh.
So yeah, everybody in that band has been around the scene forever, and we have so much fun. I mean, we just do crazy cover versions of songs. And half the time, you know how people watch NASCAR because they kind of want to see the wrecks.
Yeah.
Why people watch the Mathematics. They know at some point something bad's going to happen. Train wreck, or somebody's going to fall down, or something's going to happen.
Yep. Yeah, absolutely. Well, Skins, thank you for being with us tonight. We really appreciate having you here. Remember, folks, Race the Rat and all of other Skins bands, and make sure you check them out. Remember to show our bands from our area here some love. Get out. I'm sure you can get Race the Rat and all these other bands. I'm sure you have your material out on wherever you can buy music nowadays, correct?
Spotify, Apple Music, it's everywhere. Pandora, it's everywhere. Facebook, Instagram, all that stuff.
Great. Well, Skins, thank you for being with us today. And folks, thank you for listening. Look, you're listening to The Back of the Rack, the Michael Spedden Show on 97underground.com, Baltimore's Pure Rock Worldwide. And we will be back right after these words.
97underground.com.
And thanks again for listening to 97 Underground, the Michael Spedden Interviews, and we hope you enjoyed today's show. Remember, download the free app from 97underground.com so you can listen to us wherever you go. The Back of the Rack, the Michael Spedden Show, can be heard on 97underground.com every Tuesday from 4 to 6 p.m. Eastern. Thanks for listening, and we'll see you next time.
Listen anytime, anywhere.
Metal.
Worldwide metal, 24/7. 97underground.com.